Hey, Niners fans! There's no doubt that Brock Purdy has become one of the most talked about names in the NFL, especially here in San Francisco. What started as a long shot for many has turned into one of the brightest stories in the league. Purdy, who was famously tagged as Mr. Irrelevant after being the very last pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, has completely flipped the script on that label. From the moment he stepped on the field as a rookie starter, he showed that he was anything but irrelevant. The journey Purdy has taken is truly remarkable. Entering the league as a third-string quarterback, nobody expected him to become the leader under center for one of the most storied franchises in the sport. But since his first NFL start, Purdy has carved out a starting record that's impressive for any quarterback, let alone someone who came in at the draft's final slot. With 23 wins and 13 losses as a starter, including the playoff runs and a memorable trip all the way to the Super Bowl, his rise has been meteoric. That's exactly why the San Francisco 49ers made it a top priority to secure his future with the team. And the way they did it sent a clear message. They believe in what Purdy brings to the table. The 5-year, $265 million contract extension they handed him places him among the top 10 highest-paid quarterbacks in the entire league. A testament not only to his talent, but also to the faith the organization has in his ability to lead the team for years to come. But Purdy's story isn't just about his own success. It's also about the culture and environment that the 49ers have built around players who come in with something to prove. Take George Kittle, for example. As one of the best tight ends in the league, Kittle knows what it means to work hard and climb the ranks, having been drafted in the 5th round back in 2017. When he speaks about Purdy's contract, there's genuine excitement and appreciation. Kittle pointed out how important it was that the team took care of the key extensions his, Purdy's, and Fred Warner's early in the offseason, allowing everyone to focus fully on football without the distraction of contract negotiations dragging on. Kittle was clear about how vital that clarity is to a team's preparation. When players have their future secured, they can dedicate their entire offseason and summer to training, team building, and strategy. That mental space is often underrated, but can make a huge difference in how a team comes together and hits the ground running during training camp. Without the stress of looming contract talks, players can focus on perfecting their skills and developing the chemistry that wins games. It's not every day you see guys drafted late in the draft or even as the very last pick end up as the highest paid at their positions. But that's exactly what happened with Purdy and Kittle. The narrative of underdogs rising is alive and well in San Francisco, and it's fueling a sense of belief across the locker room and the fan base alike. Kittle, who's known for his fierce work ethic and passion for the game, has nothing but praise for Purdy's dedication. He highlights how Purdy has stayed consistent, humble, and focused from day one. According to Kittle, that unwavering attitude and relentless drive are what earned Purdy his massive new contract. It's a recognition of how Purdy has performed on the field, winning games, playing at a high level, and proving he belongs among the NFL's elite quarterbacks. Of course, every story has its bumps along the way. The Niners and Purdy had a tougher season recently, finishing with a 6-11 record and sitting last in the NFC West. Purdy's quarterback rating dipped to 96.1, the lowest it's been over his 3 seasons starting. The team also saw some major changes, with key players like Deebo Samuel and Dre Greenlaw leaving in the offseason, signaling a roster overhaul and new challenges ahead. Despite those hurdles, the contract news gives fans something to hold on to. It's a vote of confidence in the core players who are expected to lead the team back into playoff contention. While there's understandable concern about how the revamped roster will perform and whether the 49ers can return to their winning ways, locking in Purdy's future was a crucial step. The Niners are betting that with Purdy's talent, Kittle's leadership, Warner's defensive prowess, and a fresh roster, they'll be able to build momentum and make a serious run. The offseason moves might have created some uncertainty, but securing these cornerstone contracts early means the foundation is solid. It allows everyone involved, from coaches to players, to focus on preparing for the next chapter. Watching how Purdy and Kittle have evolved from late-round draft picks to leaders on the team is one of the most inspiring parts of this franchise's current story. It sends a message to every player, no matter their draft status, that hard work, consistency, and dedication can change a career's trajectory. The 49ers are proving that investing in homegrown talent pays off, and it sets the tone for the future. As training camp approaches and the new season looms, all eyes will be on how this group gels together. With the pressure off in terms of contracts, the team's focus can be laser sharp. That focus could very well be the difference between a season spent rebuilding and one that surprises everyone with a deep playoff run. One thing is clear: Brock Purdy is no longer an afterthought. He's a franchise quarterback, a leader, and a player who earned every dollar of that massive deal through performance and character. And alongside him, stars like Kittle and Warner are ready to carry this team forward, showing what it means to rise above expectations and compete at the highest level in the NFL. Beyond the big contracts and off-season moves, the 49ers are facing a crucial moment in their franchise's journey. After the roller coaster of the last season, there's a clear sense that this team needs to prove it can compete at the highest level again. The roster turnover has been significant, and that brings both challenges and opportunities. On one hand, losing key players like Deebo Samuel and Dre Greenlaw means the team must find new leaders to step up and fill those gaps. On the other hand, fresh faces bring fresh energy and the chance to reshape the identity of the squad moving forward. Brock Purdy's role in this evolving picture cannot be overstated. His extension signals that the 49ers see him as the cornerstone of their offense, the quarterback around whom they want to build everything. That kind of commitment from the organization not only boosts Purdy's confidence, but also sends a message to the rest of the roster. The team is ready to rally behind its young leader and give him the support he needs to succeed. The quarterback position in the NFL is often the most scrutinized and demanding, and Purdy's path has been far from typical. From the moment he was drafted as the last pick, the odds were stacked against him. But what sets him apart is how he embraced that challenge. Instead of being discouraged by the label Mr. Irrelevant, Purdy used it as fuel, working tirelessly to improve his game and prove doubters wrong. His ability to stay calm under pressure, make smart decisions, and connect with his teammates has been crucial for the 49ers, especially in high-stakes games. George Kittle's presence alongside Purdy is another vital piece of the puzzle. Kittle is more than just a great tight end. He's a vocal leader in the locker room and a fierce competitor on the field. His appreciation for Purdy's work ethic and consistency speaks volumes about the chemistry within the team. When your teammates trust you and believe in your leadership, that often translates into better performance on the field. Kittle's own contract extension, making him the highest-paid tight end in the league, shows how the 49ers value his impact, both as a player and a leader. Fred Warner, the team's standout linebacker, also recently secured his future with a substantial deal, and his presence anchors the defense. Warner's leadership and playmaking ability have been critical for the 49ers over the years, and having him locked in means the defense remains in strong hands. Even as the roster undergoes changes, together, these three players form a core group around which the team can rebuild and grow. Still, it's impossible to ignore the questions surrounding the team's depth and overall roster construction. The departures of key veterans have left holes that the front office must fill, whether through the draft, free agency, or player development. The 49ers have a history of strong drafting and savvy acquisitions, so there's hope that this group will quickly gel and start to show the kind of dominant football fans expect. But the reality is that it will take time to build chemistry and trust with new players, especially on defense where cohesion is critical. One of the biggest challenges for the 49ers will be maintaining offensive efficiency and consistency. Purdy's extension is a big step, but football is the ultimate team sport, and the quarterback needs weapons and protection to succeed. The offensive line, skill positions, and coaching all need to align to give Purdy the best chance to excel. If the team can address these needs effectively during the offseason, there's a chance for a much improved defense next season. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A seismic tremor is reportedly rippling through the NFL landscape, sending shockwaves of excitement and speculation across the league. Whispers from highly placed, albeit unnamed, sources suggest that DeAndre Hopkins, the perennial Pro Bowl wide receiver, could be on the verge of making a monumental move to the San Francisco 49ers. The mere possibility of Hopkins joining the already potent 49ers offense has sent the faithful into an absolute frenzy. Imagine the sheer dynamism he would bring to a unit that already boasts offensive weapons like Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk. The strategic implications for opposing defenses would be immense, potentially creating matchup nightmares and opening up the field for an even more explosive San Francisco attack. While official confirmations remain elusive, the sheer volume of the buzz indicates that this isn't just idle chatter. Could the 49ers be making a bold, game-changing splash to bolster their Super Bowl aspiration? The move would undoubtedly solidify their status as a legitimate powerhouse in the NFC, potentially creating one of the most formidable offensive trios in recent memory. As the rumor mill continues to churn, the anticipation among 49ers fans is palpable. The thought of Hopkins donning the red and gold is enough to ignite dreams of a dominant season. While we await concrete news, the prospect alone has certainly given the 49ers faithful something significant to celebrate and ponder. Is this the missing piece that could finally lead them back to championship glory? Only time will tell. But the excitement is undeniable. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.